What's up, guys? Chris here to talk some boxing. A lot of fights going on this weekend. First off, a subscriber recently asked me if I was going to do a video for Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo. Normally, I do my prediction vids the week of the fight. It's just I've always done it that way in case of injuries, guys pulling out, or issues with camp, weight. I kind of want to wait till all those variables are in and you realize that a fight's going to happen and everything's on an even playing field. But with this fight, I kind of have an idea of how I think it's going to go. So I'll be dropping that video sooner than later, but just not right now because I forgot that there's a lot of fights going down this weekend. I really haven't been on Twitter that much lately, so I'm a bit out of the loop, but I was checking out the schedule and I seen that there's shows on Showtime and HBO. I'm not really all that interested in the HBO card. Not to say I won't watch it. Obviously I will, but I favor Dawson by decision over Adonis Stevenson, and I'd go with Gamboa by decision, if not maybe stoppage, over Darlene Perez. With Dawson, though, it's funny, man. I was thinking about it. This is a guy a few years back when he was fighting on, I believe, Showtime. This is like one of the guys that people thought was one of the best pound for pound in the sport. But man, in short time, it seems like he's kind of fallen off, or it seems like, especially fans are really down on him after that Ward loss. So hopefully for his sake, he'll have a good performance against Stevenson. But yeah, I'm not really all that hyped for that card. I am looking forward to the Showtime card, however. The first fight, Lara taking on Alfredo and El Perro Angulo, one of my favorite fighters in the sport. All bias aside, man, I think this is a pretty good matchup for Lara. Angulo has not looked good since returning from prison. I mean, I thought the time off might do him well after getting beat down to Kirkland, but he didn't even look good in his last fight against Silva. And to be honest, unless you see Silva like as a name as an MMA fighter, they're usually not that good. So, I mean, he got the win, but he just looked pretty slow. And although I think Lara, a lot of people think it's going to be like a one-sided blowout or, one-sided fight. I don't necessarily. I mean, what has Lara really done? I mean, he had that draw against Vanis in his last time out, and I thought he was going to win that fight easily. He had the loss to Paul Williams. A lot of people thought he won. But then conversely, he had the win against Carlos Molina. A lot of people thought he lost. And besides that, who's he really beaten? Ronald Hearns, Freddie Hernandez. It's not like this guy has this impressive resume. He's been just destroying fools. However, I think stylistically, speed-wise, boxing-wise, talent-wise, he is going to, I wouldn't say outclass Angulo, but beat him by decision pretty wide. Hopefully, Angulo can draw Lara into a fight. But unless he's able to do that, I think Lara wins a pretty convincing decision. But I'll be rooting for El Perro because, once again, he's one of my favorite fighters. And if he loses, man, it's kind of a shame. This is a guy that didn't really have a very long run. I mean, not at the top of the sport. He never really was at the top. But even as a contender, it seemed like his run at being a possible contender or really good fighter with potential didn't last that long. All right, on to the main event. What could be one of the best fights on paper of the year. Carmocas Maidana taking on Josito Lopez. When I think about this fight, it just makes me think of Maidana's fight against Jesus Carras. I see a similar fighter in Lopez. That was a good fight. One of the best fights of last year. Probably would have been fight of the year contender if we didn't have Lopez Salido 2 and, Pacquiao Marquez 4 and, of course, Rios Alvarado. But it was still a good-ass fight. The only problem I had with Maidana in that fight, I was surprised how early he got tired. Maybe it was the bodywork that Carras was doing, but he got tired early in that fight. However, unlike Carras in that fight, and unlike Lopez in this fight, Maidana has the power to end things. And I think that's going to be the difference here. Lopez, obviously looked pretty good against Ortiz. I don't know about the Canelo fight. He put up a spirited effort, if nothing else, but he was overmatched and oversized in that one. It's hard for me to really get a gauge on Lopez. I don't know if he's overrated because of his win over Ortiz or underrated because how he did against Canelo. I really don't have a good gauge on where he is as a fighter just yet. I don't think he'll ever win a title necessarily, but I'm still uncertain on how he where to rank him. That said, favor Maidana to win this one. Hits harder. I think it'll be a competitive scrap, but I just think Maidana landing the harder punches. It's going to do more to sway the judges. Probably go to a decision. Lopez is pretty damn tough. Wouldn't be surprised if Maidana can get him out of there, but give me Maidana by decision. But yeah, looking forward to this card, much more so than the HBO card. I imagine you are too. If by chance you are more anticipating the HBO card more, please let me know why. But other than that, just give me thoughts on the fights in general. Any of the fights, who you see winning, why, how, any of the other thoughts. Science, finance related links in the information as always. That's it for now. Until next time, I'm out.